What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Blanco back with another video. Today we're going to be going over my UFC 309 pick predictions. The event is tomorrow. I probably should have made this video like yesterday, but better late than never, you know? So, without further ado, we're going to be going over the first fight. I'm not going over the early prelims, just prelims and main card, but without further ado. And with the first prelim fight, it's David Onama versus Robert Romero. I have Robert Romero losing. So I have David Onama winning by decision or knockout. I don't really have too much to say about these guys, so I'm just going to move on to the next fight, which would be Jim Miller versus Damon Jackson. Now, this one's a tough one because Jim Miller was on a pretty big win streak before he lost Bobby Green, but that was just a terrible loss by Jim Miller to Bobby Green, and that was 9 months ago. So maybe he's got a good fight camp, maybe he's going to be coming back better, stronger, but we don't know. You know, his last couple fights, I couldn't even tell you who he fought and who he beat. So I think I'm going to have to pull on the Damon Jackson side, but I wouldn't be surprised if Jim Miller wins, but I doubt he will. So I have Damon Jackson maybe by... I have Damon Jackson by decision. Chris Weidman versus Eryk Anders. I also don't have too much to say about this fight. I'm going to have to go with Eryk Anders. Chris Weidman, yes, he does have wins over Anderson Silva, 2 wins to be exact, but I don't think he has it. He might prove something here tonight, you know, but I don't think he has it. I'm going to have to bet against him. Eryk Anders by KO. And for the last prelim, we have Jonathan Martinez versus Marcus McGee. Jonathan Martinez coming off of an interesting loss against Jose Aldo. Who cares he lost Jose Aldo, though? Jonathan Martinez, a decent striker. Like a pretty good striker. Same with Marcus McGee, though. Marcus McGee, pretty strong, pretty tough for the weight class. I just gotta say it. I don't think Jonathan is winning. I don't see it. I have Marcus McGee decision, maybe. But KO, I wouldn't be surprised. I have a lock. Marcus McGee is beating Jonathan Martinez. Jonathan Martinez high in the rankings, but who cares? Marcus McGee wins tonight. Mauricio Rufy versus James Londoño. I have Mauricio Rufy. What a smooth striker. What a perfect debut. Versus James. Came in through the Contender Series. A decent striker, but Rufy is where it's at. That's why it's on the main card. I personally think Rufy's going to get it done however he wants. Round 1 KO, round 2 KO, round 3 KO. That's how I think it's going to end, and that's my prediction for that fight. Viviane Araújo versus Karine Silva. I have Karine Silva. Not familiar with Viviane whatsoever, so I couldn't really tell you on this fight, but Karine Silva, winner. And now we're on the big fights. Bo Nickal versus Paul Craig. Now, Paul Craig can do the craziest thing, you know. He has wins over Enclave, Johnny Walker. No, he lost Johnny Walker. Jamal Hill. He could get this done. And if he does, this man, Paul Craig, you gotta watch out for him. You know, he's a sneaky submission specialist. But Bo Nickal, he's coming in hot. 4-0, I think he is. Very good wrestler. An all-right striker. He hasn't really shown too much. Like, I'm sure he won't show anything in this fight against Paul Craig. Paul Craig's going to sit down on his butt and wait for a move from Bo. But this one's a tough one. Really, it is. But I think I'm going to go with the favorite, Bo Nickal. I wouldn't be surprised if it's an early finish submission. I doubt this is going to a decision. So I can guarantee you this fight is not going to decision. I'm going to take Bo Nickal by finish. Submission, maybe. Finish, maybe. I'll say Bo Nickal by submission. That's my pick. And for the co-main event, it's going to be Charles Oliveira versus Michael Chandler. This is going to be an amazing fight. I think it's going to be on the ground, striking, against the cage, everything you can name. I think it's going to go more than 2 rounds, like guaranteed. I think it's a 5-round fight. I'm not sure, actually. But it's a good fight. I was, like, before I was saying this, I was siding with Charles Oliveira. But I think I'm going to take Michael Chandler. Like, he has been... He's like 0-3 in the UFC. Am I crazy for saying that? Yeah, I think Charles Oliveira is going to lose to Michael Chandler. It might be a decision. I hope it's a decision. I don't want to see Charles Oliveira lose, but I think he will. I think it's going to be by TKO. For the main event of the evening, it'll be Jon Jones versus Stipe Miocic. Heavyweight GOAT versus MMA GOAT. Dana White's words, not mine. I'm going to take Jon. I think it's going to be a pretty easy fight. I think it's going to be like a round 1. Round 2, guaranteed submission though. Round 2 submission. Jon Jones, calling it right here. As hyped as it is, I think it's going to be a very quick fight. And I don't see Stipe proving anybody wrong, proving a point anyway. I think he goes in there and he loses. Betting odds will show. I don't think Stipe has one bit of a chance. And then when Jon does submit him with a Kimura, he's gonna call out Alex Pereira. He's gonna call out Alex Pereira, and that's gonna be a fight to see. I'm calling that. That's my prediction. He's gonna submit Stipe, Kimura. Then he's gonna call out Alex Pereira. Calling it. And that's my fight predictions. We actually have one more. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul is actually about to start while I'm making this video. And it's like Jake Paul has fought Tyron Woodley. Who would have thought he was going to win that? He won. Jake Paul fought Nate Diaz. I mean, some people thought that. Jake Paul fought Anderson Silva. Who would have thought he was going to win that, you know? So it's like, oh, Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson. Jake Paul's going to win. And I think I'm going to have to side with that. Mike Tyson fought once in the last 20 years. So, for my Jake Paul, Mike Tyson prediction, it's going to be Jake Paul by knockout. Thank y'all for watching. It is Blanco. It's been a pleasure to make this video, even though I should have made it a couple days ago. Anyway, like, comment, share if you like this video. Like, comment, share if you didn't like this video. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.